Yeah, hi, I am Sandeep Ghosh. Today I am going to demonstrate Debian Linux 13 installation and configuration process. To start the same, I am using VMware Workstation and I'll be starting the installation process in virtual environments. Let's see. Click on File, Virtual Machines, New Virtual Machine Wizard, and start. Continue with the typical settings. Installer this image ISO that I have already downloaded and dumped it in my ISO dump file location and select Debian 13.6.0. That's for AMD 64-bit processor. There's x86 64. Let's see. Select Linux and I have selected version 12.x 64-bit, which is compatible for this 13.x system. Let's continue, and here I'm changing the location to E drive where I'll be installing the same because I do have a very less space for in C drive. Okay, there is no issues. Okay, I'm modifying it to 13 because yeah, let's continue back. Let's modify the same here as well. Delete, there's 13, takes 64-bit. Let's continue. Continue with the single disk store. Next, continue. Here it has taken a hard disk as 20 GB and memory as 2 GB, which need to be modified to 8 GB at least or 6 GB. Otherwise, the installation process will be extremely slower. It will take much time. Let's continue. And it has taken 2 CPU cores. Let's finish and continue with the same. Okay, fine. The configuration initials profile has been created. Power on the virtual machine so that it will start the installation process. Yes, select your, make it full screen and continue with the graphical installation process. Okay, select English as the default language. Continue with the same. Uh, Location you can select India because I am from India. Continue and select the keyboard type that is most commonly used American English. Continue. Configure the keyboard. It is continuing the same and detecting all the hardware devices and the software components basically required at the initial stage to take control over the hardware devices, and continue with the installation process. Let it to be continued. Load install components from the installation media. Okay, fine. Let it continue. Detecting the hardware. Okay, let's continue. Fine. I'm giving the host name as Debian 13. Continue. Domain name Debian 13.org. Fine. Continue. Configure the network. Okay, giving the password. Continue. Full name. I'm creating the user as Debian 13. It will get Debian 13 user, and let's give the password for the same. Continue. Setting in the clock. This is basic installation process. So I'm selecting the guided use entire disk, which has been selected as the default, and continue the same. It has selected the disk drive as the SCSI drive. Let's continue. All files in 1% recommended for new users. Yes, I am the new user. Let's continue. It has given the partitions which will be created on the disk. Let's continue with the same. It will be creating the root partition with entire space, and source partition, which is basically required by the operating system, and Linux basically use for some of the purpose. So let it to be continue. Yes, I want to make the changes to the disk to continue with the installation process. Continue with the same. It is partitioning and installing the base systems. I'm pausing for a while. It is configuring the, yeah, scan for extra media not required at this point in time. Scanning for the installation media to find levels. Okay, no extra installation media. Let's continue with the no. Continue. Use the network mirror. Okay, fine. Yes. It will find the update from the internet to speed up the installation process. Continue with the no default option. Okay, select the installed software that you would like to have on your desktop system, and select participate package survey. No, continue with the default one. Later will configure. Yes, Debian desktop environment you can select, and genome most commonly used KDE Plasma you can also select, and selecting both I'll give the demo on the same. And web server, if you like to run the web server, SS server if you like to connect from the remote location, in that case you can select, and later other things as it is, and continue the installation process. Let it to continue. Meanwhile, I'm pausing for a while. Yes, select the default option. It has given the GDM. There is graphical login capabilities for the X Windows systems. Continue with the same. Pausing for a while. Installation process is still continuing, so I'm pausing for a while. After software installation, it has started installing the grub bootloader, which is required to load the operating system to the memory and start the system. Yes, I would like to install the grub bootloader, otherwise system will not boot. Continue with the same. And I do have the disk, that is single disk dev sda1, so select the disk and continue. It will install the grub bootloader, and it is finishing the installation. Let's wait for the same. Pausing for a while. Yeah, finish the installation. Yes, continue with the same, and it will reboot the installation process, and it will load the operating system, and it will come up with the fresh operating system that will be able to log in. Let's select continue. Voice is coming up. Well, operating system has been loaded and user is appearing, which we created during the installation process. Let's log into the system. Well, it has logged in and loaded the genome desktop environment. If you like to continue with the tour, you can continue or you can skip. Let's left corner, left top corner, you will find the option to select the option and you'll get in the bottom, you'll get the icons on the bottom, and right side you'll find network options, sound increase decrease, and your system shutdown or restart and suspend option. Here you'll find default browser, there's Firefox, and email client, that is evolution, and file explorer, that is here files. And if you like to install games, softwares, you can go for the software option, text editor similar to your notepad, calculator, and help topics you can get. And for more apps, you can click on this icon and explore the softwares those are being loaded by default or during the installation process as per the selections of the software. That much for today, and we'll explore more of these things in next video. And currently I am shutting down system, shut down, and power off, power off.